America has chosen, nay, she chose in 1776, that she intended to be democratic in her policies and in her government. No imagination is able to picture the sort of civilization the world will have after this conflict.
Here comes the bill.
The rehabilitation of a stricken, if not paralyzed, civilization is going to be a long drawn out and uphill task.
We've got a lot of issues.
Eyes up, because I'm Miss Bossy.
Miss Bousey.
Put your phone down and your eyes up, and I'm going to boss you around, you little whore. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Fat Clouds.
Fat Clouds with Bobby and Jim. The after show that I'm going to create. Oh, got to take these off. Didn't read the face looks
our
beautiful.
tits perk.
Tits are perked, but a little sweaty, so that's why they're kind of sticking to the shirt. So if they're a little, do you think I need to change?
I'm just checking for you. No, actually, they don't look sweaty on the there. Okay.
No, but they look titty. Whatever. I don't, you know what?
They look titty-y.
Here's the thing. I don't care. Because I'm having a moment of, and of course we did talk last week about my cousin's passing suddenly.
We did have a death in the family.
So yeah, as we talked about, I lost my cousin suddenly last week. We did have him visit us while we were recording, so that was interesting. But the main thing I need to discuss now is the fact that what?
We did have him visit us while recording.
You remember the light fell? So you
Came home and then you were like continued to black out, or you had to talk. My part that I don't want to do is you. Is this Steven?
I know.
It's him.
Maybe it is.
Steven, flicker the lights if you're here. That one definitely got lighter. Look at it. Do you see it getting lighter? Steven. I thought his like actual body. I was like, I don't remember his body.
He's coming here for his second wake. We're going to lay him out in the living room, and June's going to lay in front of him, and we're going to take pictures.
She might take a nibble.
Ew.
He might be tasty.
Now,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen last week's episode, go watch it, because I go off on the wake process and funerals.
You hate wakes. You hate wakes.
Gross. So, but since then, since he died so suddenly overnight, now every time I go to sleep, I think I'm going to die.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
okay. How should I explain?
So you're getting into bed and you're thinking.
I put that pap on.
Okay.
Put the pap on. I'm like, okay,
What's
got my
the
airway.
pap? Tell people the pap.
My CPAP. So that pushes air down my throat so I don't choke on my own self.
It's his natural way of preventing sex with his partner. You put the pap on, it's over.
Once the pap's on, it's done for the night. It's time to go night-night.
We're tucked in.
So we're tucked in and we're tucked out, but we're also thinking to ourselves,
This could be the night.
this could be the night. Now, how does one get away from that thought process? Because I'm sure it'll fade over time and it'll be like, yeah, you know? Yeah, you know?
So how does one deal with it? Well, first of all, what are you so worried about? What if tonight is the night?
I'm scared.
I
don't want to miss anything.
I was telling Matt, I was like, if tonight is the night, you won't know tomorrow.
Right. You won't know.
You literally won't be awake.
You might know.
You won't wake up, and then you'll just
You might be with Jesus.
You might be, or Satan. You might be burning in an eternal pit of hell.
I'm not convinced with our reading of the Bible that we're not already in hell. Like that.
It does sound like hell.
He's an asshole.
God's like,
such an asshole.
You're never going to know happiness ever.
You're not going to know shit. I hate you. And today, as we'll find out, he hates a lot of people, humans in general.
Yeah.
So he tries to flood us out.
Might kill them all, perhaps.
But you almost said Mike Pence.
Mike
pencil them out.
Mike pencil them out.
That sounds like a drag name. Micah Pencil. No.
I think like Big Mother would be a good drag name for him.
Oh yeah, mother would be proud. Oh Jesus, don't you love me? Oh mother. Oh, you like this pussy?
So dying is just on my mind. So like I'm trying to get over it's more anxiety that I'm dealing with, not actually death, but like, okay, Bobby, close your mind off, go to sleep. Like, because if you die, you're gonna die. You're not gonna know.
Right. And then you're like, but what could you do to prevent death?
Nothing. And that's what is so, I think that's the hardest part for me. And that's really the issue. It's not death. It's control.
And this is why I think maybe if you knew how he died, it would help a little bit
for
with
sure.
your mind being like, oh, okay, it's not really normal for someone his age to just die.
No, and it's absolutely not.
And that's why.
And luckily I'm very average. Well, am I? Because I'm tall.
No, you've got good girth.
But I'm an average person overall. Like I have overall average health.
Average dick.
It's debatable.
Oh.
Not smaller.
Okay, I was like,
Now, soft that's a whole other issue that I still don't understand.
Going inside turtle head.
No, but like
turtle head.
Here's the thing: I don't understand how when you're in your youth, your dick just kind of like flops around. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
fat cloud.
Fat cloud.
And now
It's
it's
just-
like, hi, are you still even there? Like, wake up, wake the fuck up. Yeah. Like, can you stand at attention for me right now? Because I need to take off my pants in front of my partner.
I was gonna say,
and I
have
won't
you
even have to
ever?
fluff.
Yes, I was like, have you ever worried? Like,
Yes.
like I get out of the shower and I'm like, I don't even want my partner to see me right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, this.
But
is
also,
this
I'm like,
situation.
But isn't that so fucked up?
Because like they've done.
But
things,
they've seen everything of our bodies. They've probably seen our little wieners. And we didn't
like,
even know it.
You've pooped on his chest before, and you'd think,
Did I?
Oh, I thought you had.
No, I shit in front of him when I was sick, and he cleaned up my shit, and as I was throwing up and pooping.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I'd rather you shit on his chest.
No shitting in our family. We don't do shitting.
I don't do shit play.
But we do.
I did get offered to do piss play this past week.
And what did you say?
I said absolutely. I said I will.
Okay, and so are you the pissy or the pisser?
I'm the pisser.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I don't want to be the pissy.
Now, what have you had to eat? Like, we're gonna do a little asparagus for them for a little surprise party?
Well, I have that enzyme, so my asparagus does not affect my pee smell.
Really? Wait,
I have the enzyme that breaks it down so it doesn't smell weird.
Does that mean you're less prone to getting like kidney stones because you have an enzyme that can break down things better?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, well, that's a great question.
But yeah,
to
some
ask.
people it doesn't affect their smell. Other people it definitely.
Now, what do you think God's reasoning was for that?
God doesn't have reason. God is literally just a little child up there doing whatever the fuck. Like
I mean,
way too
God's
much,
kinda
way
like
too much power.
He's like kind of like Donald Trump.
God is like Donald Trump. You're right.
It's really gross, but it's true.
Like we need to impeach him.
Can we
again.
impeach God?
Can we impeach God?
That's the next.
That's our next. We've got to do it.
situation.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're gonna impeach God. Why not?
Honestly, if we can go to heaven and take him down, we should. He's a war criminal. God is a war criminal.
He literally.
Wait
gives,
till we read about what he did. With the Noah story.
Oh, just wait. And I also
Genocide. He tried to take out all humans at once.
Yeah, he decided
That's
that he was
genocide.
mad that we're evil people, and we'll get there.
We'll get there, but God
Once
is a
that
war
flood
criminal.
comes,
so.
honey, and he's like, you got to prove to me that you can. Ew, it's so sick. He's such a. I can't. Anyway, so I'm dealing with a little bit of anxiety this past couple. I mean, I know it's going to take time to like kind of get over the fact that.
Well, you were already afraid of death, so that's my problem. Is like you came into this hot.
I came into this hot,
and then you're still hot.
I'm hot. I'm sweaty, and I'm just
and then
freaked out.
This death happened, and then you had to like go see it. You already hate wakes, and you had to see the body, and the body was not looking cute.
No, I mean, and it never does. Like, honestly,
never
truly,
does.
it never does.
And then you're surrounded by family who's
Oh, and it
worse
was a
shape than
4-hour
you.
wake. 4 hours.
What do you
And
do
the
for 4
goddamn-
hours? Do they even have cheese and crackers?
There
out?
was some refreshments. There's some Girl Scout cookies and stuff like
yum.
that.
Oh, you
But-
were in heaven.
But also, I'm like, okay, so it's hot in this room.
Yeah.
There's a body in there.
And it's
We don't want it to get too toasty. It's a little. Also,
the maggots might crawl out of the mouth. Like you don't.
Ew.
There could already be. From the basement, there could easily be
Ew.
centipedes, things like that.
You know what really creeps me out? And I realize this every time there's a death, but the smell of flowers makes me think of a dead body. Like I always associate
Lilies. You're right. That
that
floral, like,
smell, and you're like, oh, dead body.
has to be nearby.
And I guess, and then I was like, oh, but in pagan times, whatever the fuck you want to say, I was like, they brought flowers because the body stunk so bad. They needed that pussy ass smell to go over it.
See,
It's just interesting how
and
like
weddings too, though.
right, but that's like a tradition. That's like but we just do it now because we just do it. And it's like, I'm tired of the just do things because that's the way it's done. No.
I don't want to do. I want to be.
My mom was like, you've always been controversial because I told her I was reading the Bible and she was like, good. I was like, is it?
It's a horrible book.
I said, I'm reading it.
Good.
And she's like, oh, but okay. And I was like, have you read it? She's like, no. Right.
love
She's like,
it.
I was
No.
like on Sundays, Catholics don't really read the Bible. I go,
They don't.
They don't, but that also is what's concerning to me is that we're going to talk about things in this book, but you don't. I was like, do you know that God's a fucking asshole? And this is in the middle of the funeral. I'm
Yeah.
standing underneath a vent because it's so hot. And I finally found my Uncle Mark found the
vent, you're
thing.
like-
He turned on the air. So I'm
Yeah.
standing there under it. Then I get the news about an hour and a half in. So I'm already done for
Yeah.
that. My crotch has a rip in it. Yep. My crotch ripped open at the seam, not the actual, and they were. I could put my hand down them. They were loose on me, but for whatever reason, my seat, is that what they call it?
The seat of your pants.
Or like this part of my body is just thick. Like my
Yeah, you
legs
are
are
thick.
thick. So like, even though it's like falling off my waist, it's not going to get around my hips and my ass. Does that make sense?
So you have a high hip to waist ratio.
I do. And actually I do have a high butt. I'll have to show it one day. It's really high. Well, you've seen it.
Oh, it's a high. You have a
high noon.
High butt.
Yes.
Like it's higher up on your back than that's probably why you had a pile of idol.
Probably. It's like a defect.
You don't have as much cushion. You have like bone.
Because I'm more,
Because your butt,
the way that
flesh
it sits,
is higher.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
So then
I had a safety pin.
Was all of this a ruse for the hot friends of your cousin who died?
Nor who were alive, very much alive.
And after they saw that crotch, they might have been more alive.
Well, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm having a problem. And luckily we knew the owner of the funeral home, my mom's friend from high school. Her dad lives there. Yeah. I was like, I feel like I'm in My Girl.
Where do you live?
Stung by bees.
The funeral home.
Oh, and Aunt Judy's was behind the place. She's like, do you want to go to Aunt Judy's for hot dogs? And I was like, no.
Hot dogs.
But I could have escaped and probably got drunk.
Hot dogs after seeing a dead body. Like
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not really hungry for
like, what are you grinding up into there?
You're like, what is in the hot dog? And you're in the back of the funeral home like.
Asses and lips.
Where'd you get your meat?
Right.
You know, where'd you get the meat?
Where'd you get the meat?
Where'd you get that fucking meat? So
the funeral home guy's like, it's fresh.
So then I get a safety pin and I have my cousin Heather in the middle of the field. We go outside and we go try to hide behind her car, but then I realize everybody can see that's driving towards us. She's literally bend over at my crotch, like trying to, because I couldn't get it. So then we had to finally just like buckle up my jacket to cover the like crotch area. So, and I want to say something really quick.
This is worse for you than the dead person.
Right. I mean, at least he's laying there with some dignity. I'm like this trash box.
You're
like,
bent over by the highway.
I'm
trying
like,
to have your cousin.
You please help me. And I'm like, and she's like, you want me? I'm like, don't stab my dick. Don't stab my dick. Like this is yelling at a funeral home outside. Also, we might have stuck some Fireball. We had little cousin chats outside. We were like,
Fireball.
Meet you at the bleachers. And all the cousins would do it. Yeah. It was horrible. So I got that handled with a safety pin that could have been in a dead body, like I said. And
this was really like your time.
I think I needed this though.
Yeah.
Because it's also reinvigorating my sense of my childlike energy.
What?
My childlike energy is back.
Okay.
Maybe.
Where you can't fall asleep at night every night and you have to have mom pat your back.
I definitely have narcolepsy, by the way, because when I was driving up to Cleveland, I didn't want to take my what's it called?
New vigil?
My new vigil, because I was scared that I'd be too anxious then at the like viewing because it revs me up. So I was like, I'm not gonna take it. I was falling asleep driving up there. I have narcolepsy, like point blank period.
But did you have
my CPAP? Yeah. Okay. So the CPAP's a whole other issue, but it's not. I don't think it's the main issue. I think it literally is. I have narcolepsy.
Wow.
You know. So anyway,
you have both.
I have a disease, and now can I get on disability for that?
Yeah, you can if you can't get through work, even despite medication for your disease.
I'll just start like, oh, I just spit everywhere. I hope I can get that on replay.
You did.
Thank you.
Thankfully, it missed me, although I do have a spit kink.
No, I do feel like my face is looking thinner. I got a haircut, that's why.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say something is different.
It's my...
You got short on the side, high on top.
Yeah, and I usually don't wear this kind of outfit.
You also... That neckline gives your neck more room.
To breathe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks better. Looking at this, I'm looking at the screen, everyone on the camera.
Yeah.
They're like, why is he staring off?
Why is he...
I'm staring off into the distance.
Now, what we didn't tell you is that Jim has a eye problem, and when you think he's looking at you, he's really not. That's him looking at us. Anyway.
I am looking at Bobby right now.
At us, I said. So me and...
Not me. I don't need to look at myself. I already know. It's perfect.
Oh, I was like, good or bad?
Oh, no.
Depends on the hour.
Yeah. It's been some bad times.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I had to wear a bathing suit over the weekend, so you know how that feels.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. You know how that is.
And, oh yeah, you went to South Carolina.
I had a little trip down south, and
you went down south.
As horrifying as you have always... You're
well,
like,
South Carolina was something else.
It was, Lindsey Graham.
Very hot.
It was
very
so
gay.
Hot.
It's like gay country meets hardcore Republican and poor and hot.
It was bizarre.
It's bizarre.
I just don't even know how to describe it. Like the people are, as you said, like they sound polite, but they're actually rude.
They're cunts.
Like they sound like, oh, okay.
Oh, bless your heart, honey.
Oh, can you get this umbrella for
this
me?
This little queer over here wants to get. I'm like, oh my God.
I couldn't even like communicate with them. It was just weird.
It's tough. It's very tough.
It was, I don't know what they're asking or what they're saying.
Sometimes it's hard. You have to like get.
Well, and
you
to
have to slow your
them,
brain down. You have to actually slow your brain down.
What did they just say?
You're like, slow down, slow down.
Slow down.
You're telling yourself to slow down because like you're used to people just, come on, let's rattle it off.
It was like, yeah, it's not the place for me, but it was nice to see family. We got to go boating. We went on a lake. We went
Lake
to the
Hartwell,
pool.
that's where all the Republican white people go.
Oh, it makes sense. So we saw Trump 2024 flags.
Yes.
Let's go Brandon flags. Like, it's just one of those places you're like, okay, well.
He was there for an experiment. He was doing research for the show. He's not there for pleasure.
I was not there for pleasure.
Now, did you see any cock there other than your brother?
No, my brother. I didn't even see his. It was a bust.
Was your brother there?
Brother-in-law was there.
Yeah, like, I mean, you're not really shooting off the hip on anything that like stuck out for you.
Nothing did.
Nothing.
I mean, I need you to realize, like,
food.
I woke up. My sister made a bunch of zucchini bread and banana bread.
No,
I ate
we're
that
there
endlessly.
No, but that's probably good. But we're there to eat like local.
Oh, I did have some really good cheesy grits.
Okay.
Yeah, like even
the
cheesy grits were so good. And then I had this like red snapper thing that was like the food there. Okay, you're right. And then I did forget the bread rolls, the biscuits.
Yeah,
it's just like unhealthy stuff. The mac and cheese. I got a side of mac and cheese
it's all
somewhere.
Unhealthy.
And
they're like, here's some okra. It's like it's fried.
Well, they got greens, and then
greens.
you're just like, what's in here? They're like Parmesan.
Yeah, greens to me look like leaves that have just been like in a stew, and they're just like
they're still chewy.
Are these like oak maple leaves or something?
Can I have a salad instead? Perhaps
like salad. You want ranch? Of course you want ranch. You want country French?
I mean, it's just, but overall though, I would eat it often.
Now, where did you fly into?
So I flew to Atlanta and then Greenville Spartanburg Airport.
Okay.
Which is like only 40 minutes from my sister on Lake Hartwell. So
yeah,
I didn't want to drive 2.5 hours from Atlanta.
It's not far from Atlanta.
So I was like, I'll just go to Greenville Spartanburg.
Okay.
Because it's closer.
Cute.
And they have the nicest airport because I think it's near Clemson.
Now, did you take,
So it's like a super nice airport.
Clemson's like bougie as fuck.
What?
Nobody realizes how like Clemson is like.
I flew into this airport. I'm like, this is nicer than Columbus, and it's so small.
Let's not go too far. Let's not get a little.
I still love how at Columbus I showed up 20 minutes before boarding, and I still had 10 minutes to spare before boarding.
Still.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the waiting area, like, okay, we're not boarding for 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not your captain, but I hate the
airports
airport.
are so confusing.
It's so weird. Southwest.
We did Delta and American, which is annoying.
Okay, but I like the Southwest situation. Like, we need to stop lining up. It's annoying because nobody knows where their fucking number is. Like, everybody's like 42, no 43. Okay.
Southwest needs to assign seats.
Yeah,
so I'm done with it.
Just assign that number, or like I don't know.
They're like, oh, here's your boarding number, and then you're like, no one wants the middle. So it's like you get to the end, and everyone's pretending like they're not going to be in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to go ahead and go. Oh wait,
I'm like, you're in the C group.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. This is your captain speaking. This is a full flight on our way to Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Greenville, Spartanburg, GSP, coming right up.
Today's flight, we have Melinda.
Hello.
Jenny and Dave.
Hello, y'all. I'm Melinda. I'm the head flight attendant here.
And I'm Dave, honey.
Dave, do you want to tell the people how to survive a water crash?
There ain't no water. We're only flying over Lake Hartwell, but if we do end up crashing in the lake, you're going to need to reach underneath you, under that tank.
And pray that the Trump Boat Brigade is nearby.
That is correct. Because I don't know if these floating devices work. They're from 1984.
They don't work. That's something secret. Okay. Are the mics still on? Okay. They don't work.
People love our wittiness and our quirkiness.
Really?
They love this shit, yes. You hate it? You hate us being quirky?
I fucking hate it.
No, I don't. You actually love it. Admit it.
Now, it is funny how different you sound without that.
Little.
You look like you're getting ready for a fat cloud. Like I can just tell by your face. Yeah.
Well, the
your
fat
face
cloud's
is like,
hitting.
It's like
I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about right now. I'm just gonna stare and kind of wait till he like signals something to me that triggers my mind of what we were talking about. Like just staring deadpan at you, like.
Yeah, I was like.
Yeah. Like it's embarrassing.
Fat
already.
cloud.
You said fat cloud. What does that exactly mean? You're fat pussy.
Now. There is a heat coming in on this room.
Do you feel like we need to have a moment?
We talked about the South, and then I'm like, the heat is coming. There's heat.
There is heat.
Do you
need
feel
to turn
heat?
No.
Oh, because you have that.
Legit heat?
Why
don't you put some on you?
I can't. I have to get up for that.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I can't stand.
I could, but I'm trapped by wigs and a fucking table.
You can't stand either. That's not safe.
Not after this fat cloud. My knees are gonna buckle.
It's gonna be like you walking around Goodale Park for ComFest.
I wish there were.
I'm lost.
No, I was fucking lost.
We are trapped in a forest.
You know what? I'm gonna make you get. I won't. See, I'm the only one that understands. I don't have anything written down. I think I was just
don't
full of
either.
trauma. Oh, because have you? Oh,
I already gave you that.
oh, fat cloud.
I love being gay.
We had that whole call out.
Yes. And by the way, and the best part is we had that call out. And then like the next weekend, I'm now friends with one of the people in that group.
Like real friends or like fake friends?
Texting nonstop. And then like
Is that friend or dick?
He said I made him blush last night.
Okay, so that's it's a new prospect.
No, it's not. It's a weird part. I don't feel it. He's just not.
He's not your type.
He's the one in the group that doesn't really fully fit in, I don't think. And not because of that, but just like in the pictures.
He's just goofy.
Not always included. So like
so
the tag along. He's the tag along.
So are you real? So maybe you really aren't into the.
I don't fuck tag alongs.
You just hang out with them?
Yeah.
I am not a fucking tag along. I lead the
You're
path.
a tag-along.
I'm a tag. I'm dragging your ass with me, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I love that.
It's true. I'm like, come on, we're going.
Come on.
Even though I don't want to walk, I'm the one that's leading the way.
It's so true.
So we do need to talk about something.
Joe Gastaldo.
Dr.
Joe Gastaldo.
I was talking to Joe Gastaldo. He sent me like a link about Mnky Pox and all this stuff, and he was going to be on a live with Nina West.
Yes, and it happened today.
Did you watch it?
I was asleep.
I watched some of it. It was a bad connection. I think Nina was in a hotel.
Nina is in a local library getting picketed by conservatives for reading children's books. It's probably Nina West's fault that they're like focusing on it.
Yeah, they're like that. Yeah, Nina's like
drag brunch for kids.
They're like,
thanks, Nina.
Let's give them Mnky Pox.
Oh my god,
it's not.
It's not.
Do you ever think that
one hug from a drag queen and there's an outbreak?
One little hug to an yeah, it's ridiculous. Do kids even get like
monkeypox,
smallpox vaccine anymore?
No, I don't think we give it out anymore.
No, because I think
it was eradicated. And that what you did?
I think in 6th grade. Didn't I have to get that in like 6th grade? Was that my 6th grade shot, or was that? Like
I don't think it's normal to give it. Like I don't think we give it out. That's why it's been in the reserves.
So we eradicated it before we needed it.
Yes.
Okay. So he messaged me this. There's a really bad problem going on with stigmatization of monkeypox in the gay community.
Stigmatization. Stigmatization. There's a really bad problem with stigmatization.
I love how I'm trying to be like professional. I'm like, there's a stigmatization. And I was like, not even stop. Like, I can edit this out, but I keep going like a fucking head.
Stigmatization of the monkeypox in the gay community.
It's just like the atomic bomb thing that I said last week.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, you were like,
but I was like, it was like, atomic guy. It was like, I was like, I said atomic bomb. You're like, no, you fucking didn't play it back. And when you do play it back, I did not say atomic. I said atomic like a Tamagotchi or something.
There's a really bad stigmatization.
So anyway,
there is though. There's a stigmatization of monkeypox. We've got conservatives like basically shaming us for trying to get a vaccine
because then they're like, "Oh, isn't it funny because there are people wearing masks to prevent coronavirus,
or also respiratory droplets from monkeypox." But
they're like,
these are people who may have been exposed.
I love it how the joke is the slut shame, but straights are just as bad. And I can't wait till the outbreak happens to all the straights.
It will.
The straight conservatives are fat.
Yeah. The straight conservatives that are
they are.
There's a lot of
there are, and I can't wait for all you guys to get. And they'll be like, I don't know how I got monkeypox.
I mean, it must have been a gay person's fault. It's like, no, you were at the Lindsey Graham. You were at the local bathhouse.
Oh, it's gonna be Lindsay. I can't wait.
It's gonna be Lindsay. He's gonna.
I don't know how I got this. It's like, oh,
I have a big zit on my face.
I have it on my palm.
Asshole.
That's because you had a dick in your hand. Okay, that had a. First of all, though, this lesion situation, it sounds like it's pretty brutal.
Sounds painful.
So I'm kind of wondering how it's even happening without, because he said the only way it can spread, but I think the only way you can really spread it is with the open wound
exposure.
But also maybe the droplets. I guess that's a thing. Droplets. I think that's like a real serious to be in their face for a while.
Could be somewhere where it doesn't hurt yet, and they have a little bump,
yeah,
and they're just like this, and then yeah, I have it.
The stigmatization. But yeah, so what do we do to end stigmas? Because that's what I'm really trying to figure out. Because I was like, okay, we can talk about it all day long.
We have to just like talk about it and then shut down these dumb people who are like, conservatives are like, well, it's a sexually transmitted disease. No, it's not. Why do you think it's happening in West Africa? Like, it's close contact. It's just boom, you get it. It's not like if you touch someone who has it, you can get it. If you are in a close situation where you're breathing with them, we're talking to them.
Right.
You can get it.
Kind of like this room where there's just no air circulating and we're just spitting in each other's faces.
So that's it's like we have to like mention that it's not like gay people having sex and that's how it's spreading. Like, no, close contact. You could be in a dance club and just be dancing.
Well, that's why I think it got stigmatized because it was during Pride that it started breaking out. And it's like, yeah, well, guys like this wear this. And actually, Dr. Joe
Castaldo.
he said that, I was trying to think, I thought this was like way bigger than, but like dancing and like circuit parties are kind of the reason because people dance closely. I don't know where I was going with that originally, but we're going to keep moving on.
I love this shit.
I'm trying to just bring my best. I'm bringing my A game today.
So
people are like, what is he talking about?
So the stigmatization.
So if there's, I kind of sound like, I sound like Mnky mixed with that one girl that we laughed her in the interview. What was her name? Oh
my God. Kim Everly Beth Waters.
Yeah, we were like,
she's like the cycle of the energy waves
sometimes
coming into the
when you're mad and you're
we lost contact.
Oh my God, that was I ripped out the fucking
like our internet cut out.
I was like, I'm so sorry. Thank God we weren't on fucking video.
Oh my God,
we're going to hell.
That interview. People don't know. So we had an interview with someone who was getting into topics that we could not comprehend or speak on at all. We had nothing to say to what they were saying.
We were trying to ask short questions and short answers and kind of get a conversation going. But then all of a sudden we go into a 5-minute spiel.
Oh, okay. And so finally we just both start laughing uncontrollably and had to pretend that the power went out and that we lost the interview. We had to pretend that we like could not speak, and then we would like rejoin and be like, "Oh my God,
what
the internet
happened?
Keeps cutting out." But yeah, thank you.
Like I think what happened was she talked for so long. Here's an interview tip. Here's a tip of the week.
If you talk for 5 minutes,
if you talk for 5 minutes, don't expect an answer from me.
Exactly.
Like I don't know what you're saying after about 3 seconds. Like honestly, I'm sorry.
And you were
and here I am like trying to do media.
You shouldn't say hi at the time. You keep
spitting.
Great. This is how Mnky Pox is spread. Bobby is one of the chief spreaders of Mnky Pox. So Mnky Pox basically it's not a gay disease. It's a straight disease. It's a human disease.
It's a human disease.
It's not spread just by sex, but can be. And there's a vaccine. And here's my problem is that we have a vaccine, and yet why can't we get it? Because we have supply. We have the reserves.
It's all about how they can.
Dr. Joe's like, well, we need to get more made from the Amsterdam or somewhere. I'm like, okay, so but we have reserves now.
Right, like why aren't we
in the US? We have the reserves now.
So what are we doing here?
Because I said, how do we get it in Columbus? And he was like, you can't. Good luck.
So there's nowhere we can go get it in Columbus.
You have to like either
be at the right place at the right time.
Have a confirmed exposure. Like you bring
how do you confirm it?
You bring the person in and be like, look at these pops.
They'll be like, cover your lesions.
Yeah, literally. It's like I don't understand how we get it. Meanwhile, in like San Francisco, San Diego, New York City, like you can line up and get it. It's really hard though.
I know. It's like
it's like a lottery, and they're like, yeah, we have 350 doses today. Like line up, and then they're like, well, you're higher risk, so like you can come in, or you had an appointment, so you can come get it. So it's not easy to get even in the cities where they're giving it out. But in Canada, you can get it. In Canada, and like
we are not going to talk about that
Toronto,
government.
Yeah.
Healthcare. You're going to have free healthcare. You're never going to get in to see your doctor. It's like, really?
Look at the wait times. I'm like, wait times for what? You haven't seen a doctor in 7 years.
Yeah, like, Bill, you
have uncontrolled diabetes, and you're talking about wait times to me as that, like, you don't even care.
We don't even care about you anyway.
These people who don't want to nationalize healthcare, they don't care about healthcare. So
right.
it's like,
oh, so we're going to listen to you.
Yeah. So why are we?
I'll never go to a doctor. I don't believe in that concept because once you go to a doctor and get something checked, that's usually when you get a disease.
The treatment's worse than the disease.
Oh, I've heard many people say that. Be like, it's like I didn't go to the doctor for so long, and all of a sudden he went to the doctor and then he died. And I'm like, well, he went to the doctor because he was sick, but that was the first time he probably got sick
because he was sick all along, and you
he never went. Right. That's the other thing, folks. Okay, folks with an X.
Folks with an X. Go to your fucking doctor.
Go to your doctor because honestly, a lot of the shit, they're like, yeah, I had a pain in my head for 14 years. And now all of a sudden it's a cancer stage 4. And it's like, wait, if you would have told us like even a year ago, we could have maybe figured this out and gotten it now.
And like, if you have questions about monkeypox, like don't go to TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah,
just go to a doctor.
Sure.
Or like go to Dr. Castaldo on his page.
Yeah, go to his page and message him who would be.
Oh yeah, he
absolutely.
responds.
Actually, I'll post his page here and like on the website and stuff and all that stuff. So I'll have to warn him like, you might be getting messages from
a bunch of queers.
From our fans.
It's just inappropriate.
It is. Now, how are we holding up over there?
We're hot, but we're better. We're getting better.
Okay.
We're fresh.
Fresh and so clean. Okay, there was something else I want to talk about. Well, first of all, did I talk about the USPS yet?
No.
I haven't.
Tell me what happened today.
Listen. Okay.
We have a crisis.
I have been having issues with Amazon, first of all, delivering correctly. Okay?
We know.
Throw it over the back goddamn fence. So I've been watching my stuff a little bit closer now. Like if there's something I know is coming, I have a green screen coming actually. One that I can do onto the wall and then just pull it down.
Okay. Yes, Mama Hunty.
Also, I'm ready to get a warehouse.
Yeah.
Seriously. No, I'm not even fucking kidding.
I mean, you can rent it out in a rough area of town and it's not expensive.
Right. And then like I could paint there. We could do our show there. I could do other people's stuff there. Like anybody could come and like use this thing, make it like a studio. Like a fun house, like a fun.
I do have other people that want to start podcasts, not just my friends that you know about, but there's someone else I learned of last night who wants to do a
I will help. Tell them I'll help.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for this green screen, okay? And I look on the Amazon website, it says at 2:44 p.m., your package is ready to be picked up at this place close to my house. I'm like, okay. I'm pissed about it because I'm like, I don't want to go there, but I'll go.
But I'll go if it's going to be safe, yeah.
Right. So I go. First of all, I get out and immediately somebody goes, are those shoes uncomfortable? And I was like, huh?
Who are you?
And I'm like, actually, I don't really know. That's how I answer when I go, I'm not really sure because they're not really that comfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm like, meh. So then I go inside and I have to ring the bell to get somebody to come up. I'm like, what are you doing back there? If you've if you've not gotten any delivery since 7:45, anyway, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hi, I think I have a package. She's like, I ain't got no packages. And I was like, what do you mean you have no packages? And she's like, I don't have any packages. I got here at 7:45 and
7:45 in the morning.
And there hasn't been any packages since then. I'm like, so what have you been doing?
Yeah.
First of all. But second of all, I'm like, okay. She's like, I'll go check. And I was like, okay. She goes and checks, comes back. Nope, there's nothing here. I don't know what they're doing. I said, okay. But the thing that is bothering me is on your website, it says it is in this building.
Yeah.
So
where is it then?
Or do I need to do like a complaint?
Like, so if it says it's in that building, then where the fuck is the package? That's my question.
Exactly what I'm saying.
And why can't you look it up on the computer and tell me where it could be?
Yeah, and I'm like, hi, here's my...
Get on the fucking phone and figure it out. That's your job. Like, I don't understand these people. It's like, you're employed by us. Like, your salary comes from us. And you don't want to help me figure out where my goddamn
And you're looking at me, and I literally am like...
She's looking like you're crazy. I know she is. She's like,
fully.
There's no packages here.
I'm like, oh, okay. I said, but it says it right here. Oh, yeah, well, it's almost like that one time I went to Walmart, and it's supposed to keep... I was trying to get a baby pool for June in the backyard, and they're like, we have 20 of them in stock, and I go there's none. And they're like, oh, yeah, that website's never right. I'm like, that's your inventory. Like, that connects to your inventory program.
Right. So you guys go around scanning in the store to say how many are there, and so someone either misscanned or you didn't do your job.
Or, yeah, and I'm like...
Plain and simple.
Or they're just like, yeah, there's 20. It's so dumb. I'm fucking tired of people.
I'm sick of it. So
anyway, I was
what'd
like,
she even
pissed.
say?
So I just walked away. I was like, okay, well, thanks. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to fucking do now because you're telling me it's not here. So now I'm like, am I gonna have to talk to Amazon again and go the fuck off?
Yeah.
I ain't going to. Honestly,
don't tell me that your Amazon person dropped a package off at the USPS place to pick up and it's not there.
Also, yeah.
So what truck is it on then?
Yeah, like where's this fucking package?
Everything is scanned now, so it's not like a guy like has it in the backseat of his car.
Right.
Like you scan it from point to point, so you like.
So the mailman
on the
scanned it when it should have scanned when
there.
They got,
yeah,
I know. They probably didn't even go through all the. It's probably a big ass pile back there. Yeah.
I'll go look.
Oh my God. I didn't even think that. It's fucking there.
It has to be.
She's just like, I can't find it in this pile. Oh no, it's not here. Sorry.
It's
there.
I'm
like, and of course, at the end of the day, I'm sweating. I'm hot. I'm like, I gotta go. Like, okay, fine. Thanks. Like, bye. I gotta go. Because I had Kroger at the front door with my they were early at the delivery. Basically, it's first world problems, and I get it.
It's not though.
It's almost like I'm trying to do things right. So I'm trying to do things to eliminate my time being used up for this. And now it's creating more time problems. And I'm losing inventory, if you will, of my ice cream, okay, that was melting on the front porch because you got here 10 minutes too early.
So that's what this is really about.
It's really about the ice cream, and I'm fucking pissed because it's going to be goddamn freezer burned.
I hate when it's like that.
When you have like you're like, God damn it.
And you only have like a little, did you get a half gallon or a pint?
Oh, I got like a half gallon, honey. Mm-hmm. There'll still be some good ice cream there. You can shave off the top.
I'm honestly surprised you don't get the party pack, like the gallon, the 2 gallon.
Oh, with the little handle. The handle. We used to use those at the beach, I think, or something.
Those aren't as bad as people think.
I like getting sherbet in those.
Oh yeah,
sherbet is like the jam to me.
It's so good in the summer,
and it's not as
sweet.
It's not as bad, really.
Right.
It truly isn't. You could eat a whole thing of. So a Ben and Jerry's this big will be like 2,400, or I don't know how many calories. 1,600 calories.
It literally is just about that.
Yeah, and then like almost a day's worth of calories, and then like the entire thing of a half gallon of sherbet is the same. So I don't feel as bad, but I'm like. When I'm high and I'm eating sherbet, I don't feel bad.
I love this. I need to try sherbet then. Okay.
I want to talk about one thing and one thing only, and it's going to be really quick. I'm really fucking sick and tired. And this is me just like, oh, I'm like spitting. This is me just bitching a little bit and getting a little sassy and just kind of pissy. But I'm really
What else is new?
But I'm really fucking sick of people who are having these like live events and all this stuff and getting all this like accolades. And I'm like, what exactly are you doing? Because
Nothing.
the entire episode, you're just looking at your computers, trying to figure out what you're doing next and talking about what you already did that was not even cool. I'm calling you out. I know who you are. And for any other fucking podcast or YouTube vlog out there, we're coming for you. And the reason is because you're a bitch and you don't really do anything. Thank you.
Wow. I felt invigorated by that. And it's true, though. I'm seeing so many episodes and things where I'm like,
we are fucking, I'm sorry. I think we're so funny.
We are.
I'm not even going to, that's what makes me not give up is because I know
for a hard fact.
Fact cloud. Fact cloud.
It's blow a fact cloud.
Yeah, I need to.
I'm getting heated.
I'm getting heated. It wasn't as fat as I'd like, but fine. There you go. It's a fat cloud.
It's a fat cloud.
Yeah, so I just need to say that really quick. Like, I'm happy for everyone's success. There's a lot of other podcasts and other things that I think should be successful than the ones that are already up there. And I'm just kind of sick of the same old bullshit from you guys. So if you're an indie podcast, keep going, honey.
Honey.
Because we're taking over.
Kitty cat purr.
Now, we do need to do the Bible.
Okay.
It's the story of Noah.
Oh. Genesis 6-9.
After a long time, God saw that the people on earth were evil all the time.
You know, on second thought, I'm not really fond of you humans or you animals.
God was sorry that he created man. God said that he was going to destroy man and the animals because he's sorry that he made them.
I'm going to destroy man. I'm sorry that I made them.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
What? Who the hell's God?
Noah obeyed God. God told Noah that the people on the earth were so bad that he is going to destroy them. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood.
Well, you see, I had a vision, and the dimensions of this boat were put into my mind. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going to build a boat.
Build a boat? Is this your new adventure with your god friend or whatever?
She's like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Oh, maybe spend some dick, you know what I mean?
God told Noah exactly how to build it and exactly how big to build it, exactly what to use, exactly how many floors, windows, and doors. It was 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. 3 floors, 1 door on the side, and 1 window.
Make it yay high, 1 window only. Go ahead and just build it with these cubics, like 300 or something. 2 animals of each sex, okay? Like, you can bring your sons, I guess, and their wives, but we'll see if you make it. Make sure you grab enough food, some beefaroni or some Spam. Might do you handy. You might be in for a year.
Noah didn't pick and choose what he wanted or what he felt like doing. He did all that God said to do.
God said, I'm going to bring a flood and destroy everything except for you, your wife, your sons, and their wives. I want you to bring a male and female of every animal and keep them alive on the ark.
I want you to take enough food that will be needed to eat for you, your family, and the animals. So Noah did what God commanded him. No questions, no whining. He just did it. God told Noah to go onto the ark. He was to take 7 each, male, female, of the clean animals, 2 each, male, female, of the unclean.
I guess I have to gather animals.
What's your favorite animal?
I would say the cottonmouth spider, very little, bit my dick once, and it puffed up real big. Now, my wife was happy, but let me tell you, it was blue and it hurt. So I didn't have blue balls, I had a blue dick. But that's the cottonmouth spider. That's where I'm going to gather a man and a woman one, penis and vagina, put them together, make some babies.
7 each of the birds, male and female.
Cool.
Okay. Noah was 600 years old when God flooded the earth.
Yeah.
It took 7 days for the animals to go onto the ark, verses 4. They went 2 by 2, male and female. God shut the door of the ark. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights and covered everything. Everything that was not in the ark died.
Oh God, there's a storm coming, honey. Come look at these clouds.
Fat clouds. Fat clouds, Noah.
The water picked up the ark and it floated.
Whoa. Whoa. This boat is a little bit... Oh.
God made a wind pass over the earth to help dry it faster. Wait, did that just go from like being full to like... Okay, well anyway, we're going to the flood's over. God made a wind pass over the earth to help dry it faster. The water settled in the earth and it stopped raining. There was water on the earth for 150 days. The ark came to a stop on Mount Ararat. Ararat.
And whore! Or ho. I was the first one to say that. Do we have any doves back there? I need a dove.
After 40 days, Noah sent out a raven. Then he sent out a dove. But it came back since there wasn't any place dry for it to rest.
After another 7 days passed, he sent out another dove, and it brought back an olive leaf. After another 7 days, he sent out the dove, and it didn't return. That meant there was some place it could make a home.
Noah took off the covering from the ark and looked to find the ground was dry. If you add up all the days, they were on the ark for about 1 year. God told Noah to leave the ark with his family and all the animals.
Noah built an altar and offered sacrifices to God. God was pleased with Noah and put a rainbow in the sky. Gay!
Gay!
He said, "It is his promise to man that he would never destroy the earth with water again."
Here's a rainbow for you. Now you can see the light. Now you know every time you can be reminded when you see a rainbow, not about the gays.
Queen, Gaga, honey, come see this rainbow. Oh my God.
Oh, Noah, look at that rainbow. You should come foot me. Oh, Noah, you're a hero. Now, can we eat some of this food, though? Some of these animals, or is it illegal? You tell God. I said, motherfucker, you better do that. You do that again to me, and I'll fucking whoop your ass, okay?
Every time you see the rainbow in the cloud, it will remind him and the people of his promise. Noah lived 350 more years after the flood. He was 950 years old when he died.
Now, this just keeps getting better and better.
I don't know where to start.
What I want to start with is saying, okay, like, why is God even doing any of this? Like, why are you causing so much drama?
Like, you created all the people on the earth, and then you're like, they're not obeying me. I'm going to kill them all with a flood.
Except for this guy listens to me, so let's see if his lineage. So basically, we're all actually technically from Noah then. Well, because
is everyone else is dead.
I'm sorry. I just think it's really stupid. And I think that God's really a fucking asshole. And I will stand by that as we speak. This is the third week we've been doing this. And all three stories, it has God being an asshole. He's setting up he's setting us up for failure.
And then when we do fail, he gets pissed and kills us all.
Right.
And by the way, he was just like, I'm not going to kill you all again by water.
Water. Like,
so everything up, fire, global warming, anything else, he's going to wipe us all out. God wants us all to be dead.
God doesn't even like us.
No, it's like
so why are we praying to him?
I have no idea.
I have a bone to pick, and I swear to God, if God is God, and I go up to that fucking gate, we need to have a conversation.
We're going to.
It's rude. Like, I'm not a bad person. He knows that, so that's why I think I'll get in.
Yeah, no, he knows.
But I think he's gonna say I had a sharp tongue on Earth, and I think he's gonna be like,
he's gonna be pissed.
He's pissed at all the masturbation sessions I had.
And that's fair.
And that's fine. I'm sorry for that or whatever.
You do spend a lot of time jerking
I used to.
Chicken.
Used to.
Choking the chicken.
I want to play gay chicken.
Oh, I love that game.
Anyway.
Yeah, I had a dream about that last night, actually.
Well, I have a new idea.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. So I just feel like, and then Noah, then the whole thing is like to teach people like Noah did as God said without any questions because God knows
Noah's
all.
an idiot.
Yeah, Noah's us. We're
Noah's
all
like,
idiots.
I'm not going to question anything. I'm going to build a giant boat.
Can you imagine? Who do you think? Oh my God. Noah was probably like a country farmer from Alabama. Like,
no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Living on the Mississippi.
And how the hell did Noah gather all the animals on the earth into a wooden boat? And they didn't eat each other. They just all ate.
They all stood there
because it says
a year.
Let's see. It says a year. Yeah. On the ark for a year. How do you have enough food for a year on a boat? A cruise ship has to dock every 3 days to get food.
I guess maybe there's plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Wait, is that where that's from?
Yeah. Plenty of fish in the sea.
Well, no, I was thinking
it's not from the story
of
Noah. No.
Nope. Is that where fish are from?
Where it's from?
I'm so disgusted by the Bible. Like,
it's hideous. It's like, and people live their lives by this book.
And that's what I was trying to say to and I love the excuse. Well, it's not literal. Well, then what is it? Because you act like it's literal. You treat us like it's literal. But then when it's not good, keeping for you, it's not literal.
Man should not lie with man. That's literal.
That's literal to you. But Noah's Ark. Oh, it's not literal. Like he didn't. Okay.
So what's literal?
So what's 950 years?
Remember when it said unclean animals? They're talking about like pigs. You're not supposed to be eating pork if you're a Christian.
Yeah.
Shrimp are an abomination, just like gays. In Leviticus, shellfish are an abomination.
Shrimp is so good.
Abomination.
So basically,
what gays are, shrimp are. But people eat shrimp.
And same with like polyester and cotton mix or something. Who made that up?
When you mix fabrics, abomination. But it's literal when we talk about humans. But when you talk about fabrics, like, no, that's just a little thing they had.
It's fabric.
So people are misinterpreting, misusing a dumb fucking book, which we should just all acknowledge is a waste. Like, we don't need it.
I'm really sorry to say, because my mom was really excited that I was reading it, and I was like, I don't know if you want me. I don't know if this is gonna make you excited.
If people actually read it and we talked about it,
we are.
Which we're doing.
And people are actually.
No one's going to like the Bible.
I have gotten some feedback. Like, it's very interesting to hear our take because we're just going from exactly what it's saying.
Exactly what it says.
Literally saying, okay, let's like break this down like a real human.
A year on a boat with all the animals in the world.
He was already 600 years old.
We have
Still
how many.
Understand that.
Like, when you think about how many species of animals there are on the planet, how many thousands?
Well, it was Noah, and it's got to have faith that Noah did it because that's why we're all here. That's
Millions.
What I'm saying. I can't.
And all the bacteria just happened to be on the boat too. Like, how did he gather those? A clump of soil?
Amoebas.
It's
stupid. It's dumb, and that's all I got to say about that. So Noah, I can't wait to keep reading because I feel like there's just gonna be it's just gonna get worse and worse. Like, I just feel it.
By the way, there's no mention of dinosaurs in the Bible.
Yeah, so far there's been no mention.
Where were the dinosaurs?
Yeah, also
because there were dinosaurs. We have
fossils,
bones everywhere from
those are elephants. Those were giant elephants.
God put those there to question your faith, to challenge you.
Stop.
That's why the bones are there, to trick you into thinking the Bible's not real. That's what Christians say. Like, honestly, cancel them. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done too. I can't.
I'm just done.
These motherfuckers are
like, whenever
so
a Christian starts telling me about something, I'm like, from their faith, I'm like, I don't really give a fuck.
I'm getting that way too. So that's been Bible talk. I do want to go over the quick amendment because the Third Amendment kind of sucks, but it's quick.
Do you want to read it?
Sure, I'll read it. It's the Third Amendment off of the Bill of Rights. No soldiers. Okay, maybe I shouldn't read it.
Maybe I'll read it. The Third Amendment: no soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law.
So I was like, that really doesn't make that much sense to me. Okay, so then there's a summary. Jim?
The summary is the federal government today is not likely to ask people to house soldiers in their homes, even if in time of war. But nevertheless, the amendment has some modern implications. It suggests the individual's right of domestic privacy, that people are protected from government intrusion into their homes, and is the only part of the Constitution that deals directly with the relationship between the rights of individuals and the military in both peace and war. Rights that emphasize the importance of civilian control over the armed forces.
So meaning it can't go into like
We can't be just told like, well, we can do this with your house.
Because we're the military.
We can come in there and put the military in their homes.
What makes us think they can't?
They very easily could.
Right, and be like, my Third Amendment. They're like, shut up, bitch. And they just shoot me.
They literally could do it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what these people are like.
Interesting.
Well, that's why we have the Second Amendment, because we have guns and we could prevent the military from taking over, and we could take down the government with our guns. I'm like, no, you couldn't. Not
literally have no idea how powerful our government is. And
they would launch a missile at your house and bury you.
It costs $3 billion to feed the whole entire world population of children to make them.
And we spend hundreds of billions on our military every year.
A year. So we can't take $3 billion again.
Yeah, like
guys, the Bible and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and all that. It's very interesting how they intertwine and how basically it's all just to control us. Period.
Like, you have this crazy book like the Bible that we've been reading word for word from the Bible, but then they use it however they want. They're people who want to control you are like, well, that part's not literal, but this part is literal and means that you can't exist.
I just can't.
Constitution. You have these dumb fucking judges who have been paid off by corporations who are saying like, well, this amendment actually doesn't mean that. We're going to take away your rights. So it's all a joke.
So now, real quick, I did want to mention that there was a big bill that's going through the House right now. It's at the Senate, and apparently, like Rob Portman, which is a shock. I know his son's a gay.
Yeah, and it's because
anybody slept with him?
A gay son, probably.
We need to find
probably half the
state. We
state.
need to find his dick pic. Honestly, it's probably thin.
Look at his dad. Yeah.
his
If
dad's
it's
got a
anything
thin
like
dick.
his dad, it's a thin dick, pencil thin.
But he's actually on board. So he's like pushing Republicans in the Senate.
That's why I'm like, if we can get
It's
enough
gonna happen.
Republicans,
It's
we
gonna
can
happen.
pass it.
It's
and
gonna
it
happen.
better.
If it can't pass with only 10 Republicans needed, this is a problem. This is what is it? The right
Interracial. It's called the Respect for Marriage Act.
Yeah.
And it's about codifying. I always say codifying.
Which means putting into law.
Putting into law the fact that same-sex marriages and
Are
interracial
real.
marriages are going to be recognized by the federal government, because right now it rests on the court. And as we just saw last month, the court can change its mind and take away our rights.
It's due to the
and
language.
Clarence Thomas wants to take away our
He
rights.
literally said it and spelled it out. So
Not interracial marriage, but he did want to take away.
But that's why we're throwing interracial marriage
Same-sex
in there,
marriage,
because
yeah.
it's like, okay, we're going to pair these together. Because
Yep,
at the
because
end
they
of
are paired together. All our rights are tied together. All of our minority rights.
because
we
that's
need
how they're
to
going
help
to.
each
But that's
other.
how they're going to do the law now. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, it wasn't in the Constitution. Okay, but again, this was written.
Well,
like,
we passed a law.
laws passed, amendment done,
Yep,
check,
signed by
signed,
the
sealed,
president.
delivered.
It's passed.
Period. And that's on God, or is it? We don't know anymore because he's a fucking asshole.
Well, I don't trust him. So
I don't trust him. I don't. It's like Trump and God are the same person. It's like, ugh.
God,
What if Trump is God's new son?
that makes sense. Well, they actually think that the Trump cultists,
QAnon.
they do.
I was
believe
actually-
they're like, it's Jesus. They think it's the new Jesus is our savior, Donald Trump,
I can't.
which is like this bumbling idiot. Like, you think he's the savior? Okay.
Well, you know, they plant the aliens
even
plan
pull
in
off a
Biden,
coup.
and Biden can't even stay awake. It's like, which
just let him die. Like,
honestly, I don't care about that. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
they're
don't
so obsessed with
either.
their president. Like,
I don't either.
honestly, I'm more concerned with the fact that Joe Manchin is sitting there with the fucking like
whole
holding
money
all of
in
our
his
balls.
pocket. Yeah.
All of our balls are Joe
taking
Manchin
money
has.
from the fossil fuel industry because he owns coal companies.
Correct. It's like
I wonder why he doesn't want
one
to
person.
protect the
So
planet.
it's not even the president. It's one person that's on the Democratic side. That's what's so fucked. Like, God. Ugh. Anyway, do you have any sundries really quick? Any quick sundries?
Sundries.
If you don't have one, it's fine.
I don't think I have one.
I don't really do. I don't really know.
You have a sundry with the USPS and Amazon.
Right. I keep thinking my whole segments are sundries. This whole episode is sundries. This show
This
is
was
sundries.
a sundry episode.
I like it.
I like
though.
it.
I liked it. I
love
think we learned
sundries.
a lot. I think we learned a lot from the Bible.
We've
and
really learned a
continue.
lot.
Please follow us on our Instagram or whatever you want to do. I really don't even care anymore. Like, follow us if you want. If you don't, I don't really care. I'd love for you to share us with your friends, but honestly, I don't care.
I'm trying to think if I do. Like, yeah, it's like
We're
great.
trying to, like, honestly, for me, I'm just trying to turn a new leaf. Like, stop worrying about what everybody thinks. Just do you. Tits out and all. Here we are. So this has been another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim.
Good night.
Good night and goodbye.
Good night and goodbye. This has been a special report.
And buenos dias.
And viva la cocina. And planchar and beber.